nature in the doorway, hands still on the frame. Says tell me what's waiting, say it like a name. You smile like you've been there, like you never left. And I'm standing in my kitchen with the radio confessing. You say if you want answers, don't chase them in the grave. Go look for them when morning spills into the day. Some eyes are built for midnight and they miss the open street. You can't learn what ending means if you won't learn how to breathe. So I open all the windows, let the traffic in, let the basil on the counter do its green stubborn thing. If life is a buddy, I'm trying to come home, not bracing for the leaving, just letting it be known. 'Cause life and death hold hands like water to the ocean. Not enemies, just motion. I'm scared but I can feel it. The fear is only shaking, like someone being called in. And when the last door opens, I won't be disappearing. I'll be changing what I'm carrying. I used to think the end was a cold and narrow room, a stopped up conversation, an unfinished tune. But under all my wanting, under every borrowed plan, there's a quiet kind of knowing I don't understand. Like seeds under the snowfall, waiting without a sound. Something in me is patient, something in me looks up. You say trust what pulls you forward when you can't explain the pull. There's a gate in that strange softness, there's a yes inside the no. And my fear of death is simple, it's a body doing math, counting every little loss like it can bargain with the path. But what if it's an audience with a hand upon my head, an honor that I tremble for, still wanting to be led? 'Cause life and death hold hands like water to the ocean. Not enemies, just motion. I'm scared but I can feel it. The fear is only shaking, like someone being called in. And when the last door opens, I won't be disappearing. I'll be changing what I'm carrying. What is dying but standing out, where the weather tells the truth? No pockets, no performance, no armor, no excuse. What is ending breath but letting it unhook from all its frantic tides and all the corners it mistook? Let it rise past my ribcage, past my need to stay in place. Let it find what it was after without my name in the way. Only when I drink the silence, I finally learn the song. And when I reach the summit, I find the road goes on. Not enemies, just motion. I'm scared but I can feel it. The fear is only shaking, like someone being called in. And when the earth can claim me, I won't be disappearing. I'll be moving without carrying. When the earth can claim my limbs, I'll learn a different dance. Not a goodbye, just distance. now. Keep your shoes in your hands. Where the hillside breaks its shoulder into Sleuthwood's waterline, there's an island thick with leaves that hides its teeth and vine. Herons slap the still awake, rats drift like little boats. We stack our jars beneath the roots, sweet fruit with stolen notes. Berry-stained fingertips laugh low, don't make the reeds confess. You've been good for far too long in a house that won't feel less. Your name is getting called from rooms that never really see you. I'm not holy, I'm not safe, but I won't pretend to be true. Come away, human child, to the water and the wild. Take my hand, don't overthink. Let the shoreline make you smile. They're drowning and they're keeping up, and morning news and closing doors. The world is full of weeping, more than you were built for. Past the far-off rocks, the sand goes gray like worn-out stone. Moon on it like cheap silver paint somebody spilled and left alone. We're on the beach in borrowed time, our footprints get erased. We trade old dances for new steps. We don't explain, we don't get traced. To and fro we kick the foam, chasing bubbles till they break. Above us all the troubled towns keep tossing in their sleep awake. You've learned to swallow every word, to clap when people tell you. I'm offering a different kind of quiet where they can't sell you. Come away, human child, to the water and the wild. Take my hand, don't overthink. Let the shoreline make you smile. They're drowning and they're keeping up, and morning news and closing doors. The world is full of weeping, more than you were built for. Up from Glencar, water slips out of the hills like it's late for something. It pools and rushes, barely deep enough to wash a star. We lean from ferns that drip and drip like they can't stop remembering. Find the trout asleep in place, tell them small unsteady thoughts, and watch them turn and startle under glass green knots. If you listen, you can hear it, the land trying to keep your secrets. And when you go, you won't hear calves low on the warm hillside, or the kettle on the stove that used to sing you back inside. No more brown mice circling round the oatmeal tin like thieves. No more be a good one stitched into your cuffs and into your sleeves. They'll say I took you, maybe I did, maybe you stepped out on your own. Either way, you won't be theirs in the same old way you've grown. Come away, human child, to the water and the wild. Take my hand, just this once. Let your worry turn and run. They're drowning and they're keeping up in what they fear and what they hoard. The world is full of weeping, more than you can understand. Berry-stained fingertips, cherry red contraband. Walk soft, don't look back. Keep your shoes in your hands. here to learn the peace of staying. It never took. The kettle sings, the fire behaves, same chair, same worn out view. I sign my name to small decrees for people I can't get through. They stack their grain, they lock their doors, they count the weather by the week. And I'm a story in their mouths, but not the man they ever meet. I was built for moving on. I can't pretend this room is home. I've had my share of good and ruin, laughed with friends, bled out alone. I've watched the sea go mean and sudden, rain coming sideways, canvas groaning. And every time I thought I'd seen it all, something past the line kept pulling. So if the map ends, let it end. I'm not here to turn to rust. Let the water take its payment, I'll pay it back in stubbornness. If there's a door at the edge of the world, I want my hand on the frame. I'm still the kind of person who leaves before the leaving feels safe. My son's downstairs, steady hands, quiet eyes that don't chase storms. He'll smooth the rough parts of this island, keep the wheat fields straight and warm. He knows the names of every neighbor, he'll fix what breaks, he'll make it right. He's good at staying, I'm not. We love each other, that's the line. He'll tend the house, the old traditions, put the papers in their place. And I will take this restless body back to the open face of waves. So if the map ends, let it end. I'm not here to turn to rust. Let the water take its payment, I'll pay it back in stubbornness. If there's a door at the edge of the world, I want my hand on the frame. I'm still the kind of person who leaves before the leaving feels safe. There's a dock where the boards remember, boots, a boat breathing hard against the rope. My crew, my old troublemakers, smile like they already know. We've taken thunder like a joke, we've taken sunlight like a dare. Yeah, we're older, that doesn't mean we're done. The town turns on its window lamps, one by one along the rock. The day gives up, the moon clocks in the ocean, talks and doesn't stop. Push off, sit down, hold the line, cut the water into rows. Past the last gold spill of evening, past the cold wash of the stars, until my hands forget the throne, until my lungs learn something larger. Maybe we don't make it back, maybe the sea takes what it takes. Maybe we find a shoreline where the old fighters drink and laugh, and the ghosts we've carried finally set their gear down in the sand. So if the map ends, let it end. I'm not here to turn to dust. There's still a piece of me that won't sit quietly and call it enough. Though time has trimmed our muscle down, it has today. If the map ends, let it end. The scoreboard bled 4-2 in the cheap July heat. Bottom of the ninth, dust sticking to bare feet. 2 quick outs like doors that slam in a hallway, and folks started drifting toward their cars like it was already done. I stayed on the splintered bleachers, knuckles white on my soda cup, because hope is a bad habit and Mudville never quits it up, they said. Just get us to Casey like saying a prayer you learned as a kid. Like the world can be fixed by one clean swing of the right kind of mitt. But heroes are just people with a crowd on their back, and the air gets heavy when you ask for a miracle on demand. So we held our breath till it hurt, and we called his name like a chant, like it could change the math. Yeah, we called his name like it could change the math. Flynn came up first, always late, always underestimated. Smacked a single up the line and sudden nobody was seated. And Jimmy Blake's sweet swing, ugly reputation, ripped one hard to the gap, made the outfield look small. Flynn slid into third with his jersey torn at the shoulder. Blake stood on second like he just turned water into something colder, and the whole place woke up. 5,000 lungs in one throat, wooden wire and cheap tin stand shaking like they might float. But heroes are just people with a crowd on their back, and the air gets heavy when you ask for a miracle on demand. So we held our breath till it hurt, and we called his name like a chant, like it could change the math. Yeah, we called his name like it could change the math. Casey walked in slow like time was his to spend, tapped the plate twice, smiled like he already knew the end. He tipped his cap, half joke, half warning, and the pitcher looked away like he didn't want to blink. Casey rubbed dirt in his palms, wiped them on his shirt, like all that noise out there couldn't reach him, couldn't hurt. First pitch cut the zone like it had somewhere else to be. He watched it pass, too proud, too calm, too sure of what he'd see. I'm called strike one and the crowd turned mean. Somebody else, some stupid from the third row seats. Casey raised one hand, soft smile, Sunday manners, like he could quiet a riot with a gesture and a banner. Second pitch, same story, he let it go again, and strike two fell hard as a rock in a coffee can. His face changed, not anger, more like someone finally waking, like he remembered his name and what the town was taking. I thought about my father in the old blue cap, saying, kid, don't bet your whole life on one at bat. But the band kept playing somewhere past the left field fence, and the sunset made the street lights look expensive. Because heroes are just people with a crowd on their back, and you can't always buy tomorrow with a perfect swing. We held our breath till it hurt, then the crack didn't come back. just a cut through the air in a quiet, terrible ring. He swung like he meant it. He swung like he could save us. 3 strikes and we stood there, third base empty hands. No parade, no second chances, just the sound of cleats on dirt and the long walk out. There's a kind of hurt that shows up on its own, in the bills, the weather, the tone in a voice. You can fill a whole week with the things you don't choose, so why add one more by choice? My friend said don't do it, you've seen how it ends. But I opened the shelter door anyway. Small paws on the concrete, a tag on a collar, and he looked at me like I could stay. And I knew what I was signing, even if I didn't read. Don't give away the part of you that can't grow back to a love that's here on borrowed time. He'll learn your steps, he'll guard you quiet, he'll forgive you when you're unkind. And when the house goes still in the middle of the day, you'll finally understand. You can't keep a loyal animal without paying what it demands. I bought a cheap leash with a polished clip, a bow with his name in a crooked pen. He made a throne out of my second-hand couch, made strangers into friends. He loved me when I came home empty, when I came home mean. A pat on the head, a move, and not now. And he kept choosing me. It felt like something holy, how he didn't keep a score. Don't give away the part of you that can't grow back to a love that's here on borrowed time. He'll learn your steps, he'll guide you quiet, he'll forgive you when you're unkind. And when the house goes still in the middle of the day, you'll finally understand. You can't keep a loyal animal without paying what it demands. 14 birthdays if you're lucky, less if the world decides. One morning he's slow on the staircase and won't meet your eyes. Fluorescent clinic, paper covered table, Your hand on his warming side. The doctor says soft words that aren't really words, and you're not like you're fine. And it's your keys and your silence, a color you can't throw out. The sound of his nails isn't in the hallway, and it changes the whole layout. Don't give away the part of you that can't grow back to a love that's here on borrowed time. He'll learn your steps, he'll guard you quiet, he'll forgive you when you're unkind. And when the house goes still in the middle of the day, you'll finally understand. You can't keep a loyal animal without paying what it demands. So if you're asking me, should I? I'll tell you what I know. There's plenty of grief in the natural world, and still I'd bring him home. Still I'd bring him home. Still I'd bring him home. Ancient branches, gray and bare, twisted vines climb to nowhere. A lonely crow, a shadowed wing, a mournful call the night it brings. On hollow ground where moss has grown, a silent vigil all alone. The air is cold, the light is dim, a world that whispers this is the end. Every fading leaf a whispered plea for a home I seek, but cannot see. Mouths stretch out an endless gray, wishing for a brighter day. Oh, my heavy heart, it aches inside, lost on the winds, nowhere to hide. At the world's far edge where horizons meet, my weary soul tastes bittersweet, a broken echo across the land, just a solitary grain of sand on autumn's farthest shore. I stand. A tiny bridge where water flows, a distant light, a hearth that glows, a fleeting warmth, the memory past, too quick to hold, too fragile to last. On ancient paths the old road wins, it should sleep, but can I see my stretch out in endless gray, wishing for a brighter day. Oh, my heady heart, it aches inside, lost on the winds, nowhere to hide. At the world's far edge where horizons meet, my weary soul tastes bittersweet. A broken echo across the land, just a solitary grave of sand on autumn's farthest shore. I stand. The sun descends, a final fiery gaze, lost in the haze of forgotten days. Is heavy sorrow a burden I bear? Quiet as I consumed by despair. For all that's lost and what can't be found, a silent scream, no spoken sound, just the wind through the trees, a somber tune beneath the pale and rising moon. Every fading leaf a whispered plea for a home I see, but cannot see. Miles stretch out in endless gray, wishing for a brighter day. Oh, my heavy heart, it aches inside, lost on the winds, nowhere to hide. The world's far edge where horizons meet, my weary soul tastes bittersweet. A broken echo across the land, just a solitary grade of sand on water's farthest shore. I stand. Came back down the street like it owed me money. Hood up, hands in pockets, trying not to look up. Your place still leans toward the weather like it's listening, and the gutter's got a beat, drop, drop. Peaches off the neighbor's tree, splitting on the sidewalk. Sweet rot in the air, wasps doing loops. I laughed at how the season doesn't wait for anybody. Then I saw your gate and I lost my cool. It's been a long, long minute, Elaine. I don't even know what name you used. I came with nothing but my sorry timing and a coat that's leaking through. the apples hid on the porch that never learned my shoes. Everything we planted grew without us. Some of it turned hard, some of it bruised. I didn't think I'd come back here, not in a season like this. But the year keeps dropping what it can't hold, and I'm one more thing it missed. The rose bush by the wall is all chewed up at the bottom, like something small and stubborn worked it loose. The path is slick with leaves that can't decide to leave, stuck to the stone like old news. I used to knock like I belonged to the place. Now I'm measuring silence by the rain. If you're behind that door, I won't make you forgive me. I just needed you to hear my name. It's been a long, long minute, Elaine. I know I'm late in every way. I thought I'd never cross this yard again. Then the sky got heavy and I came. Elaine, I'm standing where the apples hid on the porch that never learned my shoes. Everything we planted grew without us. Some of it turned hard, some of it bruised. I didn't think I'd come back here, not in a season like this. But the year keeps dropping what it can't hold, and I'm one more thing it missed. If you moved on, say it plain. Don't dress it up for my peace. If you stay, tell me what survived. Tell me what you had to leave. I've been riding luck like a borrowed bike, chains slipping, knees all scraped. Funny how the brave ones run for miles, then come home shaking at the gate. Elaine, I'm standing where the apples hit with the rain, writing lines on the steps. I can't unspoil what I let go of, can't rewind what I never kept. I didn't think I'd come back here, not when the garden looks like this. But the year keeps dropping what it can't hold, and I'm one more thing it missed. Overripe and falling, that's how time tells the truth. Shuffle like a confession under low fan noise. Plastic table, paper plates, grease on our fingers. You say, cut the deck. I say, roll the story. All we need is a bent deck and a bottomless Saturday. A dorm room stereo playing something older than our fear. Cheap liquor in a paper cup, fried chicken and a pen to write down what we won't say when polite folks are near. I wanna film the way your word turns sharp in somebody's mouth, and the way brotherland's different when he's not your kin. How we laugh too loud to cover up the quiet in the room. How we act like we're full when it's hunger doing the talking. You tell me don't talk across the table, but my eyes keep asking anyway. How do you signal love without touching it? Let's make a documentary about spades, about code and comeback and the rules we never wrote. Two hands under the same roof, trying not to show the ghost. We bid like we believe in something, we count like we've been burned. It's just a card game until it's everything we learned. Start with your grandma in the kitchen light, smoke held back, saying two of diamonds beats two of spades in my house. She doesn't look up, just deals like she's blessing the table, like she's seen men turn holy and turn mean and still sit down. Somewhere there's a story where Jesus rides with the devil, partners in the backseat, hitting juke joints for gas money. One of them is grinning, one of them is watching the door, both of them keeping count like the world is always listening. We'll interview your cousin with the thin wrist and quick laugh, my uncle with the soft stare and the hard opinions, and every man in shades at a folding table, like he's guarding a secret he won't admit he needs. Let's make a documentary about spades, about code and comeback and the rules we never wrote. Two hands under the same roof, trying not to show the ghost. We bid like we believe in something, we count like we've been burned. It's just a card game until it's everything we learned. Who wins if the teachers play the fighters? You start to say names and I shake my head. Hush, suit led, watch the trick, watch what gets left unsaid. Four players, two teams, one language made of glances, a number in your throat you don't fully trust. Intuition like a twitch above your lip right before you sip something that might be too much. My mama never drank, that's how I knew something was off, but she kept a dry spot at the table when couples came by. I won't put that in the film, I'll just sing it once and let it pass, like a ring from a cold glass that fades if nobody rubs it. Renage, that word tastes like watching someone get laughed at and doing nothing, like knowing the rule, breaking it anyway, then begging the room to forget. Slap a card down like a palm on a drum skin, not fancy, just final. You say outrage happens, bad plays happen, it'll blow over. But I've seen anger linger longer than smoke. Let's make a documentary about spades, about code and comeback and the rules we never wrote. Two hands under the same roof, trying not to show the ghost. We bid like we believe in something, we count like we've been burned. It's just a card game until it's everything we learned. I'm ready for whoever's on the other side tonight. I try to picture an enemy, but the picture won't hold. You're leaning close and deal again. There are no enemies in spades. Spades is a game our enemies don't play. So I breathe and I watch your hands, and I learn the signal, and I stay. Hold still, listen. Living isn't a party trick, it's work. Like a small animal counting winter, no speeches, no exits in the ceiling, just breath after breath earning its keep. I watched a woman on the morning train, thumbs smudged with yesterday's ink. She held her coffee like it mattered, like the cup was a promise she could keep. And if you ask me what I'm here for, I won't point up, I'll point to the floor beneath our shoes. Take it serious, not grim, just true, like you plant a tree at 70 with dirt under your nails, laughing at the wind. Not for a legacy, not for a name, but because you don't buy that sales pitch, and the weight of living pulls you in. Hands bound back against cold paint, or under clean lamps in a white coat. Your glass is fogging from your own breath. Still you trade your last minute away for someone you'll never meet. A kid you only know as a headline, a stranger behind a hospital curtain, a city you've never touched, but you can't stop picturing. Because life is the real thing, the hard, bright, ordinary thing, and you don't bargain with it by looking away. Take it serious, not grim, just true, like you plant a tree at 70 with dirt under your nails, laughing at the wind. Not for a legacy, not for a name, but because you don't buy that sales pitch, and the weight of living pulls you in. Say the doctor says we need to cut, and the room turns into a white table. You sign your name like it's nothing, though your hands are shaking in plain view. You'll still want the joke at the doorway, still check the window for rain, still ask if the game's on later, still wait for the news to explain. Say you're sent out front for something you can't apologize for, and the ground is loud and sudden, and you know the odds by the math of it. You might fall fast, face first, and still right before it happens, you'll be worried about how long the war lasts. Who makes it home? Who doesn't? Say it's prison, close to 50, 18 years to go. Metal doors and counted footsteps, your name reduced to a number on paper. Still you live with the outside dogs barking somewhere you can't see, wind in a tree that isn't yours, somebody's argument in the street. You live like the gate is opening tomorrow, like your body isn't on loan, like you're not being measured out by calendars and stone. Take it serious, not grim, just true, like you plant a tree at 70 with dirt under your nails, laughing at the wind. Not for a legacy, not for a name, but because you don't buy that sales pitch, and the weight of living pulls you in. One day this planet goes quiet, a small blue marble cooling in the long black, rolling on without us, an empty shell turning, grieving now while your hands are warm, while oranges still split open clean. Love it enough that you can say when it's time, I was here, I lived. Street lamp humming, summer almost gone. That little shop still keeps the sign on. take the long way home, just to pass that glass-lit door. A bell that rang like cheap wind chimes, and a man behind the counter bored. He said, come in, don't be nervous, it's only sugar, only cold. But his smile had something sideways in it, like a secret getting old. I watched the colors turn in slow motion, like planets in a spoon. He said, pick one, anyone, I'll make you new. In Bleezer's freezer he keeps the dare sweet, with a sting you don't expect. You laugh, you flinch, you go back anyway, like you're trying to forget. My friends went for the bright and simple, I went for what looked wrong, and it melted down my wrist like a warning, but I still held on. He talked in lists like prayers he knew, like names you're not supposed to say. He slid the menu toward my hands and let it shake the whole damn day. Cocoa, mocha, macaroni, tapioca, smoked bologna, checker berry, cheddar chew, chicken, cherry, honeydew, tutti frutti, stew, tomato, tuna, taco, baked potato, lobster, lychee, lima bean, mozzarella, mangosteen. I said, who buys this? He said, people who don't fit, people who want their mouth to tell the truth. For a minute in Bleezer's freezer he keeps the dare sweet, with a sting you don't expect. You laugh, you flinch, you go back anyway, like you're trying to forget. He swears there's a flavor for every feeling, even the ones you hide. You can taste your courage for 10 seconds, then swallow your pride. Almond ham, meringue, salami, yam, anchovy, prune, pastrami, sassafras, souvlaki, hash, sukiyaki, succotash, butter, brickle, pepper, pickle, pomegranate, pumpernickel, peach, pimento, pizza, plum, peanut, pumpkin, bubble gum. And I thought about my mother's kitchen when the rent was late, but we still ate. How dinner could be strange and perfect, how love comes mixed with what you hate. He asked my name like he might keep it in a drawer beneath the till. I said it soft and he nodded, like he'd heard it on the hill. He said, I'm Ebenezer Bleezer, I run the store you're standing in. Taste a scoop and tell me honestly where it hurts, where it's been. So I chose the one that scared me, green and gold, a massive sweet. He said, good, that means you're still alive. Take a seat. In Bleezer's freezer he keeps the dares, 28 small ways to change. Broccoli, banana, bluster, chocolate chop suey cluster, avocado, Brussels sprout, periwinkle, sauerkraut, cotton candy, carrot custard, cauliflower, cola, mustard, onion, dumpling, double dip, turnip, truffle, triple flip, garlic, gumbo, gravy, guava, lentil, and liver, lava, orange, olive, bagel, beet, watermelon, waffle, wheat. And if you ask me what I tasted, I'll say summer with a wince, like something sweet that doesn't love you back, but you miss it when it's gone. I am Ebenezer Bleezer, still running that old store. Taste the flavor from my freezer and you'll come back wanting more. 8:54. Kettle clicks, radiator ticks. Brooklyn. I'm in the kitchen with the window half stuck, heat on the glass like a thumbprint. English muffin, cheap Pepsi breakfast, like I didn't plan on being a person today. My phone says New York, but it never says which one. Like the boroughs don't mind sharing a name. Brooklyn feels like its own small country with familiar streets and unfamiliar rules. I used to talk about Manhattan like it was the whole thing, like if you weren't over there, you were nowhere. Now I'm counting sirens by direction and pretending that means control. And it's what do you get used to when you stay long enough? It's 8:54 and the city's already in court. I'm watching sunlight hit the deli sign like it's advice. I didn't think I'd cross that bridge so many times just to learn how quick a life can get. Itemized receipts in my pocket, sugar on my hands. I keep saying we're fine like it's a password. Brooklyn, you're New York too. You just don't apologize when you take what you want. I never pictured the Williamsburg Bridge as a place I'd practice being calm, but there I was, pacing the slats, trying not to look down at the water like it had answers. Lawyers with clean shoes, cops without the movie stuff. No guns, just clipboards and tired eyes. They took my wife like it was paperwork, then brought her back like it was mercy. No, I said, not loud, not brave, just know the way you say it when the word can't stop anything. And it's wild what you forgive when you still wanna go home. It's 8:54 and the city's already in court. I'm watching sunlight hit the deli sign like it's advice. I didn't think I'd cross that bridge so many times just to learn how quick a life can get. Itemized receipts in my pocket, sugar on my hands. I keep saying we're fine like it's a password. Brooklyn, you're New York too. You just don't apologize when you take what you want. Later back at Gouda's, the table sticky, cards bent at the corners, cheap beer sweating. Dick shows up looking like a different decade, beard gone, haircut, trying on a clean slate. Carol's reading his old lines like they're instructions, like the past can be studied into something safer. We play cribbage like the points might save us, and the sun comes up over the Navy Yard, slow as a confession. I remember thinking, when I'm ahead, I'll land somewhere with better posture. Perry Street, smart mouth, thin jeans, the kind of love that hurts on purpose. A new book on the table, printed plain brown paper, no glossy lies, soft in the hands, tough enough to survive a subway ride. I wanted to be erudite and dazzling. Instead I'm just awake. I wanted a clean story. Instead I've got names, places, dates. And Brooklyn keeps doing what it does, existing without asking permission. It's 8:54 and the city's already in court, but the morning still shows up, stubborn and cheap. I didn't think I'd cross that bridge so many times just to learn what a promise can keep. Receipts in my pocket, sugar on my hands. I'm trying to laugh, I'm trying to mean it. Brooklyn, you're New York too. And I'm still here learning the difference. 8:54, Pepsi gone flat, muffin crumbs still New York, still Brooklyn. I was sure it was the building, just pipes and winter settling in. 2 a.m. and the heater's doing its old complaint. I'm on the couch in yesterday's t-shirt and paint. Bills on the table, mug with a ring on the wood. A stack of worn out paperbacks pretending they could make it stop. Make her stop being gone. A soft little knock like a neighbor with bad timing. I tell myself it's nothing, keep my breathing from climbing. I count to 4 like the therapist said to do. But the silence turns heavy when I look for you. And I say your name like it's a key that still fits. To the hallway, still air, nothing there but the hum of fluorescent glare. Still I swear I heard something ask for me, like the building learned my history. And it says nevermore, not loud, not cruel, just sure, like a stamp on a form at the end of a tour. And nevermore, in a voice that doesn't bend, like a fact you can't argue with, like a line you can't unsend. I turn back inside and the window starts tapping. Not wind chimes, not branches, more like fingers snapping. I pull the latch up and something slips in clean. A blackbird, calm as a judge, sharp and unseen. No panic, like it's been here before. It lands on the old plaster bust I thrifted last spring. A goddess with a chip nose and a cheap gold ring. And the bird looks down like it owns the lease, like my grief is a room it can enter at ease. I laugh once, a small broken sound. I say okay then, what do I call you? And it tilts its head like it's heard this too. Like every apartment has someone who tried to bargain with loss in the middle of the night. And it says nevermore, not loud, not cruel, just sure, like a stamp on a form at the end of a tour. Nevermore, in a voice that doesn't bend, like a fact you can't argue with, like a line you can't unsend. I start making deals with the ceiling and the sink, with any kind God that might still blink. I say let me forget or give me something to drink that turns off the reel, that loosens the link. The bird doesn't move, the bird doesn't care. I say will I see her again somewhere past this, like there's a clean place grief can't access, like there's a door and she's on the other side, and I only need a password to step outside. My hands start to shake, I hate how I'm begging. I stand up too fast and the chair legs scrape. I point at the window, I point at the fire escape. Get out of my house, leave me one quiet corner. Don't sit on that statue like you're my mourner. My throat goes raw, the air tastes like metal, and it says nevermore, not loud, not cruel, just sure, like the last text left unread that you can't ignore. Nevermore, and the room learns and I pay the bills, and I set one extra plate down, then put it back, and it says nevermore. Once meadows glowed with hidden fire, now echoes fade in twilight's choir. In childhood's wild and boundless play, the world was painted in golden rays. Streams whispered secrets to the breeze, every leaf a page of mysteries. But seasons turn, the colors bleed into the gray of what we need. Birds sing high on morning's wing, lambs lead free in endless spring. Yet in my chest a quiet storm, grief awakens cold and worn. Oh, fugitive Aurora, where did you flee? Trailing stars from eternity. We come from vast and distant shores, wrapped in veils we can't ignore. The chains of days pull us down low, fading the fire we used to know. Still in the embers a spark remains, whispering through the growing days. Imagine a boy with eyes so wide, chasing phantoms by the riverside. He builds his castles from sand and stone, dreams of kingdoms all his own. But time's relentless tide rolls in, washing away the boy within. Now man stands, pace time gray, searching for that vanished day. Flowers bloom in valleys deep, children laugh while mothers weep. The sun climbs high, the waters gleam, and something's lost, a fractured seam. A fugitive Aurora, why did you flee? Trailing stars from eternity. We come from vast and distant shores, wrapped in veils we can't ignore. The chains of days pull us down low, fading the fire we used to know. Still in the embers a spark remains, whispering through the growing pains. And cool, quiet moments far from the fray, souls glimpse the infinite array. Waves crash eternal on memory's beach, children dance just out of reach. No light pursuit can steal this grace that live in every hidden place. softly stay. A quiet balm of darkness lifts, then slowly fades away. Each story silently conceals a comfort I once knew, and drawn drapes shroud the windows in this solitary view. The same old ache of springtime returns to haunt again, a familiar tender sorrow carried on the falling rain. Like falling petals I am lost, and drift here all alone, while rain begins its gentle whisper over fields of stone. The swallows pit are flying homeward through the evening light, but here's an empty space where once a melody shone bright. A whisper of a lost love, a memory in the air. Oh, moonlit absence, find me if you care. I recall the first time meeting, etched within my soul. Your graceful silhouette made my fragmented spirit whole. A soft silk floating, whispers of a heart woven in its lace. And from your lute a tender yearning fill that hallowed space. Your eyes a silent story, flickering in the candle's glow. A world within that moment, I could never let it go. Like falling petals, I am lost, and drift here all alone, while rain begins its gentle whisper over fields of stone. The swallows pet are flying homeward through the evening light, but here's an empty space where once a melody shone bright. A whisper of lost love, a memory in the air. Moonlit absence, find me if you care. The same bright moon I witnessed all our moments, soft and true, now watches over silence in a sky of deepest blue. It saw you fade like twilight, a dream upon the breeze, a trance transient beauty gone too fast, beyond my grasp at ease, but echoes linger softly in the corners of my mind. A memory I hold so closely of the love we left behind. Like falling petals I lost and drift here all alone, where rain begins its gentle whisper over field of stone. The swallows head are flying homeward through the evening light, but here's an empty space where once a melody shone bright, a whisper of lost love, a memory. Moonlit absence, find me if you care. Two doorways, one story. I grew up counting footsteps on the porch boards, me in the hand-me-down dress, elbows in the dirt. There was a sister in the family photo, and another one the neighbors called not ours, but I knew better. I knew what my name meant when I said it with hers. One sister learned the same old rules I learned, same church air, same summer chores, same worn out jokes. The other showed up like a small wild thing, finding a corner nobody guarded. She made a home in the space between, no permission asked, no apology given. She didn't sing the way we sang, didn't land where the melody lands. She kept time with her own hands like a bee in early June, busy with nothing to prove. I had two sisters, even if the world rolled down one in the house with the window fan, one past the hedge where the grass runs tall. And I held on tight, walking over those hills like my fingers could stop time from moving. If love's a record, then play it again. Both of you on mine. Now childhood feels like a closed-up store, sign in the window, dust on the shelves, but I can still feel her palm in my palm. And the road got steep and we didn't talk much. I squeezed a little harder, and somehow the distance got smaller, like miles can be bargained with. The years came loud, rent, bad news, long winters, but a low hum kept threading through. dropped what was easy. I chased what I thought I had to become. But I kept the first clean hour you gave me, kept the way May used to smell on your sleeve. And even now, when the yard goes quiet, I swear I see violets hiding in your eyes, pressed there like old letters, still readable. So here's my one star. I won't trade away from a sky full of numbers and almost and maybes. I pick you soup like a promise I can say out loud without shaking. Two sisters, one name on paper, one name in my blood, forevermore. Two doorways, one story. I grew up counting footsteps on the porch boards. Me in the hand-me-down dress, elbows in the dirt. There was a sister in the family photo, and another one the neighbors called not ours. But I knew better. I knew what my name meant when I said it with hers. One sister learned the same old rules I learned, same church air, same summer chores, same worn out jokes. The other showed up like a small wild thing, finding a corner nobody guarded. She made a home in the space between, no permission asked, no apology given. She didn't sing the way we sang, didn't land where the melody lands. She kept time with her own hands, like a bee in early June, busy with nothing to prove. I had two sisters, even if the world wrote down one in the house with the window fan, one past the hedge where the grass runs tall. And I held on tight, walking over those hills like my fingers could stop time from moving. If love's a record, then play it again. Both of you are mine. Now childhood feels like a closed up store, sign in the window, dust on the shelves. But I can still feel her palm in my palm. When the road got steep and we didn't talk much, I squeezed a little harder, and somehow the distance got smaller, like miles can be bargained with. Years came loud, ran bad news, long winters, but her low hum kept threading through, turning ordinary days untrue. Even if the world wrote down one in the house with the window fan, one past the hedge where the grass runs tall. And I held on tight, walking over those hills like my fingers could stop time from moving. If love's a record, then play it again. Both of you are mine. I spilled the dew, with morning I dropped what was easy. I chased what I thought I had to become. But I kept the first clean hour you gave me, kept the way May used to smell on your sleeve. And even now in the yard, in the beginning we learned the sound of it. keep your hands where we can see them, like my fingers were matches, ready to go. Mama hung sheets on the line like surrender when yanking them left, yanking them right. The porch held its breath with the rope and the shotgun, and the dogs never came that night. So we made a small song out of weather and fear, out of rain, hitting dust, out of boots in the yard. And we told ourselves if we name it music, it won't hit as hard. Thump, thump. Say it's a drum, not a warning. Thump, thump. Say it's a dance, not a march. If the field wants blood, let it take my singing. Let it plant wildflowers where we fell apart. Hold me close like hide, pull tight on a circle, skin to skin till the shaking stops. If tomorrow comes dressed like a soldier, I'll meet it with a mouth full of songs. My brother learned silence from the kitchen table, how to swallow the angry things grown and say. He got tall, got seen, got turned into a target in a town where a body can't bend out the way. We watched the news like it was a fireplace, faces changing colors in the living room glow. Somebody overseas under the same kind of moon got called a name and got turned into smoke. And the drum in my ribs kept talking like it knew every road back home. It said war doesn't knock, it enters. War just picks up a bone. Thump, thump. Say it's a drum, not a warning. Thump, thump. Say it's a dance, not a march. If the field wants blood, let it take my singing. Let it plant wildflowers where we fell apart. Hold me close like hide, pull tight on a circle, skin to skin till the shaking stops. If tomorrow comes dressed like a soldier, I'll meet it with a mouth full of songs. Fire for heat, fire for bread, fire for the stove and the winter end. Fire for clearing what they called a problem, fire for the flags that somebody meant. Fire in the books, fire in the church, fire in the hands that were built to work. Fire in the factory chewing on rubber, fire in the steel that forgets to bend. Fire to send a message, fire to erase one, fire that makes the street look clean. Fire that turns a name into incident, fire that keeps the cameras mean. They took the wet from our throats, possessive, took the shine from our eyes like theft, made us pray with our mouths held open, then laughed at what was left. So I learned to sing low in grocery aisles under fluorescent humming fruit box sweet. A hymn for the ones who didn't come back, a ballad for the ones who can't sleep. There's a city that forgets on purpose, new paint over old scorch marks, but the iron gates still remember every last name. And the way we move through the dark, processions pass like a slow river, seeds in the air, landing where they land. They say the soil gets rich wherever we drop. Efficient gardens, efficient hands, and love, you said, is a tool you carry, a blade that opens ground, a small trawl lifting the roots of trouble without making a sound. Thump, thump. Say it's a drum, not a warning. Say it's a dance, not a march. If the field wants blood, let it take my singing. Let it plant wildflowers where we fell apart. Bring the flowers and count everyone. Say their names like you mean it slow. Peace won't come like a miracle, it'll come like work on a battered road. And still, a sick wind will straighten its suit and lay fresh flowers down. So I keep a song in my mouth, so I don't go quiet, so I don't go. keep a map under my tongue, drawn in water, held in breath. Grandma said, listen close. We came by way of currents, so I pressed my ear to the kitchen sink and catch a low old hum. Not a story with a neat beginning, more like footsteps and silt. Names that changed at borders, but the pull stayed the same. Some mornings I wake up tired for reasons I can't explain. Then I remember I've been traveling longer than this body. I've known rivers in my bones, older than the fences we built. They carry what we couldn't hold, they keep what we couldn't keep. I don't need proof in photographs, I feel it when the current shifts. I've known rivers, and they've known me. I was barefoot where the Euphrates ran when daybreak still felt new. Wasn't a headline, wasn't a lesson, just warm water and a white sky. I learned the Congo's kinda quiet, the one that rocks you half asleep, like someone watching the door all night so you can rest. And I don't know every language that ever shaped my family name, but I know the sound of going on when your throat is sore from praying. I've known rivers in my bones, older than the fences we built. They carry what we couldn't hold, they keep what we couldn't keep. I don't need proof in photographs, I feel it when the current shifts. I've known rivers, and they've known me. I stood by the now with dust on my knees, watching hands stack stone on stone. Not just kings and gold, but workers in the heat, passing water, passing time, making something that wouldn't move even when the world did. Then a different river called my attention, wide as a long hard sentence. Somebody sang on the Mississippi to keep his fear from speaking. Boats cut the brown water open, chains clink like spare change. And still at sundown the whole surface turned honey, as if the sky insisted we were more than what was done to us. I've known rivers in my bones, ancient and alive. They don't ask me to be perfect, they just ask me to survive. When the world feels small and heavy, I let the water teach me again. I've known rivers, and I'm deeper than I've been. I keep a map under my tongue, drawn in water, held in breath. Grandma said, listen close. We came by way of currents, so I pressed my ear to the kitchen sink and catch a low old hum. Not a story with a neat beginning, more like footsteps in silt. Names that changed at borders, but the pull stayed the same. Some mornings I wake up tired for reasons I can't explain. Then I remember I've been traveling longer than this body. I've known rivers in my bones, older than the fences we built. They carry what we couldn't hold, they keep what we couldn't keep. I don't need proof in photographs, I feel it when the current shifts. I've known rivers, and they've known me. I was barefoot where the Euphrates ran, when daybreak still felt new. Wasn't a headline, wasn't a lesson, just warm water and white sky. I learned the Congo's kinda quiet, the one that rocks you half asleep, like someone watching the door all night, so you can rest. And I don't know every language that ever shaped my family name, but I know the sound of going on when your throat is sore from praying. I've known rivers in my bones, older than the fences we built. They carry what we couldn't hold, they keep what we couldn't keep. I don't need proof in photographs, I feel it when the current shifts. I've known rivers, and they've known me. I stood by the Nile with dust on my knees, watching hands stack stone on stone, not just kings and gold, but workers in the heat, passing water, passing time, making something that wouldn't move even when the world did. Then a different river caught my attention, wide as a long, hard sentence. Somebody sang on the Mississippi to keep his fear from speaking. Boats cut the brown water open, chains clink like spare change, and still at sundown the whole surface turned honey, as if the sky insisted we were more than what was done to us. I've known rivers in my bones, ancient and alive. They don't ask me to be perfect, they just ask me to survive when the world feels small and heavy. Under the chestnut branches, where the main road bends, I slow my car and listen, like it's calling me again. There's a one-bay shop with the door rolled high, a radio low, stubborn fan. He's built like work, sun on his skin, grease in the lines of his hands. Paychecks come, paychecks go, he takes what the weak will give, keeps his head up, meets your eyes like that's a way to live. The air tastes sharp, like pennies and heat, and time keeps counting a steady beat. Steel on steel, let it ring, let the whole town know he's still here. Not loud for show, just doing his thing, turning strain into something you can wear. And if you've ever needed proof that you can stand back up again, drive past the chestnut tree, listen for the hammer when the day thins. After school we'd crowd the doorway, backpack sliding off one shoulder. We'd watch the sparks jump out and die before they ever got older. He'd grin without looking up, like he knew our names by sound. And the bellows breathed like a big old animal tied down to the ground. He didn't talk much, but you learned somehow. Stay close to the work, don't bow to the crowd. Steel on steel, let it ring. Let the whole town know he's still here. Not loud for show, just doing his thing. Turning strain into something you can wear. And if you've ever needed proof that you can't stand back up again, drive past the chestnut tree, listen for the hammer when the day thins. Sunday morning, second pew, his son's lined up, shirts too clean. The pastor talks about mercy, about the weight of what you mean. And his girl stands to sing, her voice steady, plain and brave. He stares hard at the hymn book, like he's holding back a wave. I heard somebody say her mother went early years ago. When the song lifts up the room, his shoulders shake real slow. He wipes his cheek with the side of his thumb and sits up straight again, like grief is just another iron he's learning to bend. Steel on steel, let it ring. Let the whole town know he's still here. Not loud for show, just doing his thing. Making clean lines out of fear. Some days you lose, some days you mend, some days you only hope. But morning brings a job to start, and evening lets it close. So thanks to the one who taught me without a single sermon said. We're all shaped by what we carry and what we choose to set. Under the chestnut branches, when the traffic thins, I swear I can still hear it, that measured human hymn. Should I compare you to a summer day, when summer never really stays? The light can burn, the light can fade, and even May can slip away. I've watched the sky turn hard and gray. I've seen what beauty loses face, but something in the way you are refuses time, refuses change. The sun is kind, but sometimes cruel. It gives and takes, it breaks the rules. Every fragile thing I knew, learned how to leave, learned how to bruise. But when I rest inside your name, nothing feels so temporary like there's a season in my heart that doesn't bow to gravity. The world is always asking me to let go, to let you feel. But your summer never ends. Your light doesn't drift away. Talking circles, time can mend, but it cannot make you change. And when the night is closing in, I still know what is true. As long as I am breathing here, this soul will carry you. I've seen how everything that shines is borrowed, broken, borrowed twice. But what I hold when you are near feels untouched, feels clarified. No shadow dares to call your name. No ending learns your shape. You live inside these quiet lines where death can follow me. 'Cause your summer never ends. Your warmth is where I stay. Every word I leave behind keeps you here, keeps you awake. Yes, love is all we ever owned, and I am not afraid as long as our souls just say you will not slip away. So breathe with me a little while. Let time do what it means. You live in every open word and every light I see. I follow the heat like a rumor on the air. I met a stranger at the edge of nowhere. Skin like sun-baked paper, eyes like mica stone. She said, I've seen a crown with no head to wear it, a throne with no cord, and a name carved alone. Her voice was low as a buried river. She traced the horizon with a shaking hand. as if the land itself could still remember the weight of a tyrant sinking into sand. And I thought of all the portraits we polish and defend, while time keeps quiet receipts we never get to amend. So lay your gold on the table, let it ring and roll. Build your towers like prayers you can't control, 'cause the desert doesn't bow, it just takes what it can. It will swallow every anthem, every flag you plant. Say, look at what I made, say it louder if you must. But the loudest thing out here is the turning into dust. We walked till the sky turned thin as a warning, and there it was, two pillars trying to stand. Legs without a body posed like they were guarding an empty blue where a kingdom used to land. A face in the grid, half capped, half forgotten, a curled lip frozen at command. The kind of mouth that never learned to soften, the kind of lies that never asked to understand. I read a rage in a chiseled teeth and brow, like someone tried to make forever and failed somehow. So lay your gold on the table, let it ring and roll. Build your towers like prayers you can't control, 'cause the desert doesn't bow, it just takes what it can. It will swallow every anthem, every flag you plant. Say, look at what I made, say it louder if you must. Let the loudest thing out here is the turning into dust. On a cracked faceless, hell-bent earth, like a dead that couldn't feel the ears. King of kings, as if the world would serve, as if fear could outlive fear. I touched the stone, it stayed indifferent, cold as a verdict, clean as a lie. And in my chest something went quiet, the way a siren does when no one's left to die. Back in the city, screens glow like altars. We trade our days for a brighter proof. Names get stitched into digital marble. Our love thins out under rented roofs. And I think a lot stays in the open silence, and how the sand kept moving on. Not cruel, not kind, just faithful to what remains when the praise is born. So lay your gold on the table, let it ring and roll. Build your towers like prayers you can't control, 'cause the desert doesn't bow, it just takes what it can. It will swallow every anthem, every flag you plant. If you want something lasting, let it be the eye you give, let it be the hands you hold, the small reasons to live. 'Cause the loudest thing out here is the turning into dust. And the only throne worth keeping is the one you don't trust. Nothing to say remains, just miles of open breath. hold your breath, hold your breath. Grandma left a dent in the couch where she always sat, with the radio low like a secret she wouldn't pass. She said, some stories aren't history, they're instructions when people get comfortable. Outside, the porch bulb flickered like it had a point to prove, and the street went quiet in that way it does before bad news. If you see them coming, you don't get time to be brave. You just do what you said you'd do. One, if it's the road. Two, if it's the water. That's how we kept a promise without a single word. A small sign, a hard choice, somebody's kid or somebody's father. And the whole town turns like sunflowers when it learns where the danger is. Where the danger is. He wasn't made a legend, he was cold and underfed. Hands cracked, jaw tight, thinking of the things he hadn't said. A friend up in the steeple, counting boots below. Hearing metal talk, hearing oars in a steady row. He crossed the river with the kind of silence that weighs past a warship sitting there like a locked gate. And the moon put bars on the water, pale and straight. Across the way he watched that tower like it owed him a name, like it held his whole future in its frame. One, if it's the road. Two, if it's the water. That's how we kept a promise without a single word. A small sign, a hard choice, somebody's kid or somebody's father. And the whole town turns like sunflowers when it learns where the danger is. Where the danger is. Oh, then a second flame, and everything that mattered started moving. I picture it like film grain, the saddle leather, the breath, hooves sparking off stone, every turn a narrow bed. He hit Medford when the clock said 12 and no one stirred, except a rooster telling lies about the coming dawn. At one Lexington window stared like they'd seen it before. At two Concord air got thin and smelled like wet grass and iron. And somewhere a man slept easy one last time, not knowing what the bridge would take from him. And I know this is old work, old blood, but it keeps showing up in different clothes. Sometimes it's a phone that won't stop buzzing. Sometimes it's a neighbor pounding on your door. Sometimes it's your own 2 feet choosing the street instead of the floor. So don't tell me it's finished, don't tell me we're safe because we're tired. There are still nights when the world gets quiet and you can hear the real plan moving. One, if it's the road. Two, if it's the water. That's how we keep a promise without a single word. A small sign, a hard choice, somebody's kid or somebody's father. And the whole town wakes, not praying to be spared, just getting up taking care. Two lanterns in a borrowed tower, one river crossing, and a country learning how to stand. The town is barely breathing, storefronts dim and slow. Salt on the sidewalk, black ice under snow. I'm pulling change from coat pockets, hands turning red. And the church across the street keeps time above my head. A headline in the window says the year's been hard on us, but there's a warmth in hearing something ring without a fuss, like someone left a doorway cracked just wide enough to see that hope can still show up for people like me. So I lift my face into the cold and let it find my skin. If a blessing's coming down tonight, let it start within. Ring out, let the bells talk back to the fear. Tell the whole block heaven is near. We were worn out, we were running on empty, but love came low, didn't forget me. Sing out if your voice is thin, it's still a flame. From porch to street to a window frame. No more quiet like we don't belong. If the world can breathe, we can sing along. A kid in a puffer jacket drags a plastic sled. His mom says, make a wish, and kisses his head. A tired cashier hums a hymn between the beeps and scans. A soldier on a bus stop bench warms coffee in his hands. And I think about the story my grandma used to say, a baby in a borrowed room who the world's weight. Not golden, not a spotlight, not a perfect tidy scene, just a mercy you can touch even when you're unseen. The sky looks like a closed fist, then a single star breaks through, like it's pointing at the ordinary things we make. Talk back to the fear. Tell the whole block heaven is near. We were worn out, we were running on empty, but love came low, and it didn't forget me. Sing out if your voice is thin, it's still a flame. From porch to street to a window frame. No more quiet like we don't belong. If the world can breathe, we can sing along. And the stones under my boots, the bare trees, the river's hush, all of it's holding a song, all of it's saying enough. Enough of the shame, enough of the dread, enough of the names we've called ourselves in our heads. Strike up the old guitar with two good strings. Tap on the table, let the kitchen ring. Let every tired lung, every shaky breath turn into praise that outlasts the mess. Ring out, let the bells talk back to the fear. till the whole block heaven is near. We were lonesome, we were losing our footing, but Grace walked in like it knew what it was doing. Sing out on hill roads, in small apartments, in hospital halls and broken departments. No more quiet like we don't belong. If the world can breathe, we can sing along. The sink won't swallow anything tonight. Silverware like little bones caught in its throat. And I stand there barefoot, counting the seconds between the radiator's hiss and the kettle's note. The Drano burns my nose, chemical warning, like a fake kinda clean. I watch the dishes stack up like excuses for calling help I don't call in. And it's winter again, that stubborn blue nail to the sky. The windows are open while the heat keeps climbing. I keep forgetting how to turn it down inside. This is what the living do. Spill coffee, lose a grip, start over mid-sentence. Want the phone to ring, want the silence to stop. Want one more sign, one more minute. And in the middle of all the noise, I catch my face in the glass and it hits me true. I'm here, I'm breathing, and I remember you. On Mass Ave, groceries split on the pavement. Oranges rolling like small suns I can't keep. A stranger helps without asking my story. I thank her like I'm waking from sleep. My sleeve is wet where the lid gave up on me. Steam rising off my wrist. I laugh first and the raft turns sideways into the place where missing you exist. I work those cookie bricks, trying not to trip on the days. Every storefront is a mirror, and every mirror has your name in its head. This is what living do. Slam car doors in the cold, rehearse what we should have said. Want the spring to come, want the winter to pass, want the weight to lift from the bed. And in the middle of all the war, it gets my hair in the wind and it hits me true. I'm here, I'm breathing, and I remember you. Keys, I don't know what they open to. I buy a cheap brush up a corner pharmacy. Stand under fluorescent holy light. I run it through my hair, see my chapped mouth, my coat half buttons, my uneven fight. For a moment the world goes still and honest. I don't need to be brave, I'm so tender for this this ordinary body I could never learn to say. This is what the living do, break and mend, forget and remember on repeat. One letter, a kiss, a sign from the air, one mercy for I need, and the plainest second I catch my life like a spark and it holds me through. I'm here, I'm breathing, I am living, and I remember you. Here, I'm here. I'm posted up in a bar that doesn't ask my name, off 52nd where the jukebox covers up the shame. The TV mutters headlines like a prayer nobody keeps, and the room pretends we're steady while the floorboards learn to weep. Outside, the city's polished glass and iron in the rain. Inside, we trade in small talk like it's medicine for pain. I watch my hands around a glass like I'm holding something true, while everybody's acting normal in the panic that we brew. Something in the air says don't look down, don't look back. Like if we keep the lights on, we can keep the world intact. If you don't love me, you can still be kind. If you can't be kind, just don't be cruel this time. 'Cause hunger writes the rules and it doesn't care who's right. We're stitched into each other whether we admit it or we fight. Hold on to me, no flag, no anthem, no disguise. It's either learn to love each other or we don't survive. They'll tell you history's election names and dates and measured tones, but I've seen what gets repeated in the bones of borrowed homes. A kid grows up on sirens, learns to flinch before the blow, then calls it being strong when they don't feel anymore. Some scholar in a library can trace the crooked line from old reformist fury to the current to tonight. But I don't need a footnote for the bruise we pass along when the ones who've been unmade decide to make the others wrong. And the men on screen speak slowly like their words are made of stone, selling fear as if it's safety, saying we're fine like they're alone. If you don't love me, you can still be kind. If you can't be kind, just don't be cruel this time. 'Cause hunger writes the rules and it doesn't care who's right. We're stitched into each other whether we admit it or we fight. Hold on to me, no flag, no anthem, no disguise. It's either learn to love each other or we don't survive. Morning will fill the trains with vows said under breath. I'll call my mother back, I'll do my job, I'll choose better. Governors play their practice games in rooms that smell like stale regret. And and every necessary lie gets filed and paid and lettered. I'm not a savior, I'm not brave, I'm just awake enough to see how easy it is to trade a person for an enemy. So I'm saying it plain with a tired mouth, with shaking hands. There isn't some cleanness that stands above the rest of this. There is no one who exists alone. No one who exists alone. If you don't love me, you can still be kind. If you can't be kind, just don't be cruel this time. 'Cause anger makes a home in us, then asks us for the keys. But somewhere people answer back with quiet decency. Hold on to me, no flag, no anthem, no disguise. I wanna be one steady thing in a world that sterilizes. So let me be a small, insisting yes when everything denies. It's either learn to love each other or we don't survive. In bars like this, in buses, in apartments, in the lines, we pass our little signals. I'm still yours, you're still mine. In the haze of forgotten lore. Twilight weaves through twisted vines, where shadows coil like serpent spines. Whispers warn of beasts unseen, in realms where fears and fables convene. A guardian's voice, stern and low, echoes through the overgrown glow. Beware the storm that claws the sky. Jaws of thunder, flames in its eye. Rise with the blade that seeks through the fray. Sever the chaos, claim the day. Oh, fragile clash and victory's throw. Gallop back from a monster's fall. He wandered paths of thorn and mist, seeking the foe that fate had kissed. Paused by the ancient whispering bargain, you are fish silence, igniting the spark. Panic burst forth, a whirlwind of dread. Burbling roars from the waters widespread. One strike to the edge bites deep through veils of fury. Secrets we keep, head held high in triumphant stride from the vortex. The hero lies. Beware the storm that comes. Shadows of forgotten Twilight weaves through twisted vines. Twilight weaves through twisted vines. As the room awaits beyond my pulse, and the ceiling held its breath like it knew. An old clock shivered, then it let go, like a hand unclenching something true. If the ending has a language, teach me soft, teach me where it hides while I'm alive. In the heat of a mouth that says goodbye,
and the ache that proves I can't survive. Look, I've been staring at the exit sign like it owe me rent. Panic in my ribcage, sirens in my sentiment, trying to interrogate the void with a flashlight, but the question getting answered by my own bad eyesight. Night owl logic, if I can't see day, they fake. Meanwhile, life in my palms like a live grenade. I chase after like it's currency, addicted to the cliff, but the beyond ain't a border, it's a fold in the script. You want the code, it's heating what you doing right now. Laughing while you flinch, both can live in the same vow. I'm a shepherd in the lobby of the throne, knees knocking percussion, still I feel that pull home. King hand heavy, but it's honor in the press. I'm terrified of trembling, not the mark on my chest. And death might be just me, stripped of my noise. All these restless tides finally release my voice. Breath getting freed from the cage of my lungs. Go expand, go ascend where the real songs sung.
Take me to the windline, bare skin, no defense. Let the sun undo the armor I pretend. If I'm melt, let it be into something vast, not a vanishing, just a river changing hands. When silence pours, I'll drink it till I'm brave, and my throat will open like a sanctuary. If the earth wants me back, let it take what it gave. I'll be dancing in the gravity.
I got seeds under frost and my thoughts still awake. Heavy winter in my chest, but the future in the shake. Hope got a heartbeat even buried in the cold. Like weight is a weapon and patience is bold. You call it eternity, I call it the gate. Hinges made of mercy, locked by my hate, so I pace. I spit, I scratch at the frame, then I realize my fear is the lock's real name. Only when I shut up do the answers arise. River of quiet got me learning how to survive. I'm used to chaos, Detroit in my jaw, but peace hit different when it come with a law. You don't climb to the top to be done with the climb. You get there and discover a steeper design. So if I reach the peak with my ego on fire, it's just the start line. Watch me go high.
To the windline, bare skin, no defense. Let the sun do the armor I pretend. If I'm melt, let it be into something best, not a vanishing, just a river changing hands. When silence pours, I drink it till I'm brave, and my throat will wants me back, let it take what it gave. I'll be dancing in the gravity. I used to beg the sky for proof, but proof was beating in my ribs.
Yeah, life's the witness, that's the verdict. Same courtroom, different script.
If you come for me, come gentle, I'll step back like water leaving stone.
Naked in the wind, no cab, no costume.
Still I'm standing like I'm home.
And if my breath slips past my lips, let it rise, I'm burning wide.
Let it break from these restless tides.
Oh, for God on the other side.
Teach me the song that silence keeps.
I keep it raw, my feet can't leave when I arrive at the highest place.
I won't ask for an easy end,
'Cause the summit just hands you stairs, and I'm built to ascend again.
take me to the windline. Take me to the winner. Their skin no defense.
Take me to the windline.
Their skin no defense. Let the sun undo the armor I pretend. If I know, let it be into something vast. Not a vanishing, just a river changing hands.
Silence pours, I drink until I'm breathing my.
Oh, it'll open like a sanctuary.
If the earth wants me back,
Let it take what it gave. I'll be dancing in the gravity. Thought I knew the map of me. Turns out I never left the street. Somewhere I've never been. You found me anyway. Not with a speech, just standing there, letting the room behave. You don't reach out like people do. You don't perform or plead. You tilt your head and something in me forgets how to be still. Prettiest kind of dangerous, the way you don't insist. Just a small, careful presence that pulls the pin on my fist. I've lived like a locked apartment, keys hidden in the drawer. Then you look once, softly, and the deadbolt isn't there anymore. I learned to fold my feelings up like shirts in tidy stacks, but you undo me without trying, like weather finding cracks. You open me petal by petal, like spring on a stubborn rose. No rush, no lesson, no rescue, just the way your patience goes. And if you ever chose to close me, I'd close the same, still clean, complete, like a flower holding its breath when the snow starts landing in the street. Your hands are barely on me, but I feel them everywhere. The smallest touch, the gentlest pull of hair behind my ear. You carry something breakable that somehow isn't weak. It's glass that doesn't shatter, only changes what I see. I watch your mouth form simple words, the kind you mean to keep, and all my old defenses start to sound like they're asleep. I don't know what the mechanism is, no science, no design, just something in my body saying this is safe, this one is mine. Your eyes don't make a promise, They don't have to explain. They're deeper than the garden after heavy rain. You open me petal by petal, like spring on a stubborn rose. No rush, no lesson, no rescue, just the way your patience goes. And if you ever chose to close me, I'd close the same, still clean, complete, like a flower holding its breath when snow starts landing in the street. I've met 1,000 kinds of power, the loud ones, the sharp ones, the ones that take, but yours is quiet and precise, like threading a needle while my hands shake. You don't lift your voice, you don't demand I change, you just stand close, too close to touch, and I rearrange. And I don't understand it, how you lock and let go, only that something in me recognizes the language in your eyes more than anything that grows. You open me petal by petal, and I forget what I was for. I was a room with the blinds all down. Now I'm an unlocked door, and nobody, not even the rain on my skin, has hands that small, that can reach where you've been. Somewhere I've never traveled, you take me in, and I let it happen again. Somewhere I've never traveled, you take me in, and I let it happen again. Where dips the rocky highland of Sleuthwood in the lake, there lies a leafy island where flapping herons wake. The drowsy water rats, there we've hid our fairy vats full of berries and of reddish stolen cherries. Come away, oh human child, to the waters and the wild, with the fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. Where the wave of moonlight glosses the dim gray sands with light, far off by furthest Rosses, we footed all the night, waving olden dances, mingling hands and mingling glances, till the moon has taken flight. To and fro we leap and chase the frothy bubbles, while the world is full of troubles and anxious in its sleep. Come away, oh human child, to the waters and the wild, with the fairy hand in hand, for one car, and pools among the rushes that scarce could bathe a star. We seek for slumbering trout, and whispering in their ears, give them unquiet dreams, waiting softly out from ferns that drop their tears over the young streams. Come away, oh human child, to the waters and the wild, with the fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. Away with us he's going, the solemnite. You'll hear no more the lowing of the calves on the worn hillside, or the kettle on the hob sing peace into his breast, or see the brown lights bob round and round the oatmeal chest. Or he comes the human child, to the waters and the wild, with the fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than he can understand. I walked out for air, just to feel the city breathe. I walked out one evening down Bristol Street. Phones lit up the faces, fast feet, cold heat. The pavement moved like grain in a wind you can't see, and the river kept its metal shine, cutting through the week. Under the bridge where the trains drag their bones, a boy with a cigarette said it like a vow in smoke. Stay, I'm not built for leaving. Love doesn't quit, love doesn't close. He said it easy, like he'd never watched a summer turn, like he'd never had to learn. I'll love you past the headlines, past the scrolling blue, till maps forget their borders, till the ocean folds in two, till the salmon start a choir in the traffic on your street, till the stars fall out laughing and land at our feet. I'll love you when the whole world changes what it calls true. I'll love you. He said when years run frantic like rabbits through the yard, I'll still be there, I swear it, right where you left your guard. You're the first thing that felt like home, before I knew the cost, before I knew how easy it is to lose what you almost lost. He reached for her hand, she leaned in close, and for a second it looked like the river might stop and hold its pose. but the city has other plans. It clears its throat with gears and hands. Then every clock in every shop begins to spit and shine, like a warning through the windows, you don't get to outrun time. It said don't let him sell you forever, like it's something he can give. Time takes its payment quiet from the way you actually live. In the back rooms of your worry, where the sink won't stop its drip, time waits behind your laughter and coughs when you go to kiss. And headaches and cheap small talk, the hours leak away, and time will choose its moment tonight or any day. Snow will find the greenest valley, it always finds a way. It will snap your threaded dances and bend your bright ballet. It said put your hands in water up to the wrist, stare down at the bowl and name what you missed. The freezer clicks like winter, the kettle sighs in the bed, and a crack in your favorite teacup makes a road to the dead. Look hard in the mirror when your mouth won't hold a smile. Life stays good and stubborn even when you can't for a while. Stand up at the window when the heat rises in your face. Love your crooked neighbor with your crooked kind of grace. And still I wanna believe it, still I want it to be true, to love you past the headlines, past the scrolling blue. But the city keeps counting and the river won't repeat. So I'll love you in the seconds I can actually keep. I'll love you in the ordinary, in the dishes and the bruise. I'll love you. It was late in the evening, the lovers slipped from view. The clocks went quiet one by one, like they had nothing left to prove. And the deep river kept moving, like it always do. Set to 40%. School groups pass like weather. I came in for quiet, I left with a past I didn't know was mine. You're posted on a pedestal like a headline. No hands, no apology, and every camera wants a clean story. But you don't pose for me. The guard's tapping a rhythm on his keyring. Somebody laughs too loud, then I look up and the whole place changes. Like I walked into a town. Your face doesn't ask to be understood, it just stays exactly as it should. And I swear the floor turns into sand under my shoes, under my plans. You don't need arms to pull me out of my day. You don't need a voice to tell me what to say. There's a whole country in the angle of your waist, marble and gravity holding its place. If beauty's a law, you're how it's enforced. I came here to kill time, now time feels small, of course. I start seeing ships where the exit sign is. Saw against an onyx blue. And for a second I forget my phone, forget my ride, forget my own. You don't need arms to pull me out of my day. You don't need a voice to tell me what to say. There's a whole country in the angle of your waist, marble and gravity holding its place. If beauty's a law, you're how it's enforced. I came here to kill time, now time feels small, of course. Who first imagined you? A tired worker at dusk, a poet with dust in his throat, or someone who loved someone and needed proof that it was real, that it happened, that it held. I stand here, modern and restless, with a pocket full of minutes to spend, and you keep turning ruin into reverence without moving an inch. Let it last, before the school bell and the city rush back fast. You don't need arms to pull me out of my day. You don't need a voice to tell me what to say. There's a whole empire in the calm of your face, a stern kind of mercy, a fearless grace. If glory fades, let me stay where it was, right here in the silence where the old world still does. I came here to kill time, now time feels small because museum air set to 40%. I walk out different than I went in. You can frame me in your captions, make a headline out of wrong, type my name in crooked letters, hope it sticks when it's passed along. You can drag me through the comments, let the laughter hit like stones, but I'm built out of what survives it. Watch me stand up on my own. Does it bother you I don't fall, that I don't beg to be believed? I walk in like the floor is mine, like there's oil wells in my living room, quietly pumping under me. Still I rise, slow as smoke, sure as rain. Still I rise, through the bruise, through the blade. You can press me into the ground, I'll be airborne anyway. Still I rise, still I Did you want me small and sorry, speaking soft with borrowed eyes, shoulders caving like a coat hanger, mouth full of apologies? I learned early how they measure you by how much you can take, so I learned to hold my laughter like a match I wouldn't waste. Does it sting that I look steady, that I sparkle without your key? I laugh like there's gold in the yard, like I planted it myself and it decided to grow for free. Still I rise, slow as smoke, sure as rain. Still I rise, through the bruise, through the blade. You can press me into the ground, I'll be airborne anyway. Still I rise, still I rise, You can shoot me with your sentences, you can cut me with your stare. Try to bury me in rumors, in your poison, in your prayers. But I'm air in a closed room, I will find the smallest seam. I will slip through what you tightened, I will live where you can't reach. And yes, I wear my body like a promise I intend to keep. Not for you, not for your comfort. This is mine, this is my relief. I move like I've got diamonds, where your shame used to insist. At the meeting of my thighs, watch me turn it into bliss. Out of the rooms where history tried to lock the door, I rise. Out of the years that left their fingerprints on my spine, I rise. Still I rise, like a tide that won't take orders. Still I rise, past the line you tried to draw, leaving terror on the porch, letting morning in the hall. Still I rise, still I rise. I'm a black ocean, wide renowned, carrying what my people pay for, bringing the gifts my ancestors gave. I am the hope you couldn't stop. I rise, I rise.